What's stopping you from moving to the cloud? If you haven't yet moved your email and archives to Microsoft 365, then don't worry, you're not alone. I'm Darwin Lee, and in the next few minutes we'll explain the 8 key reasons that we see people haven't yet undertaken that important journey. They don't know how to do it. It's too expensive. They don't trust the security within Microsoft 365. The migration will disrupt their business or their users. Their current environment is too fragile and they don't want to risk destroying it. The eDiscovery tools in Microsoft 365 may not meet their needs. They've got PST files spread all over the place and they just don't know how to deal with them. Or just simply, it's not their biggest priority right now. Transvault has seen and solved these problems many times before, so let's take a look at each one of these in detail. So, into the first one, I don't know how to do it. Well, that's understandable. Most companies will only go through this once in their lifetime and don't have the skills or experience to do the migration on their own. But that's fine because Transvault do. It's what we've been doing for the past 15 years. You could choose to do a full migration via one of Transvault's partners or Transvault themselves, or if you feel you've got some of the skills to do the migration, you could do an assisted migration, where Transvault will get you started and you can complete the rest of the migration on your own. And next, the one that will keep your CFO awake at night. It's too expensive. Well, consider the cost of not migrating. Will you fall behind your competition in terms of business agility? What's the impact on your remote workers' productivity and job satisfaction? What about that legacy infrastructure and the cost for the licensing and the skills to maintain it? And what about your reliance on those on-premises servers, which in some cases are months or maybe even years behind their cloud equivalent? The value that Transvault customers have gained from migrating to the cloud far outweighs their investment in the migration and the true cost of maintaining those legacy systems. So what about if you feel you can't trust the security? Well, Microsoft 365 has a growing connected security infrastructure that monitors and alerts across all of your data and services in a way that would be almost impossible for you to replicate. In terms of sovereign data, you can store data in country in many cases to avoid those cross-border storage issues. And we get you into Microsoft 365 securely with encrypted data transfer and software which has been independently penetration tested and certified by Microsoft. It will disrupt my business or my users. Well, that's a real risk if the project isn't managed correctly. And that's why we strongly recommend that you use one of Transvault's partners who've done this for many years and will have done projects just like yours. They'll be using Transvault software, which has intelligent features and scheduling capabilities to make best use of time and resources, minimize user impact, and make your move feel seamless. My environment is fragile and I don't want to break it. Well, understood. Sometimes leave it alone is the best thing to do, but that's quite rare. If your environment's fragile, it's a business risk, and bad news does not get better with age, so better to deal with it now than later. With our software and experience, we've migrated from environments previously considered broken, including an enterprise vault environment where the software wasn't even running at all. Transvault's so successful at this because we spend time understanding your environment before migrating to manage expectations and commit to a clear, agreed outcome. The Microsoft eDiscovery tools may not meet my needs. Well, the innovation pace at Microsoft is significant, so what you saw 6 months ago is very unlikely to be what you see today. In advanced eDiscovery, there is now multi-geo support, there is support for GCC government clouds, and there are also scriptable graph APIs to allow you to automate your eDiscovery. There's even searching for Teams reactions, so those little thumbs up you can now use for eDiscovery as well. And if the Microsoft eDiscovery tool is not for you, then we can still move your compliance journal to a location and format that will be supported by your preferred tool of choice. I've got PST files spread all over the place and I don't know how to deal with them. PSTs are a very misunderstood risk and a hidden danger because they contain unknown and unmanaged data in your organisation. Like that old school photo, there's a nasty surprise waiting for you, but in this case it's not just embarrassment. You could very easily violate GDPR, CCPA, FINRA, HIPAA, the list goes on. Transvault's PST Insight is a proven solution to manage and migrate your PST data to remove that risk and any ties you have to your on-premises environment. It's not my biggest problem right now. Well, if the timing's right for your migration, there are options to deliver this alongside your other priorities. Many of the migrations that we're involved in are part of wider digital transformation programs, so we're well used to dealing with other streams of work in collaboration. We can work out a pace which aligns with them and any other key events in your business. And we're exceptionally proud that over thousands of projects, we haven't yet seen a migration where we couldn't provide a solution. Well, there you have it. 8 reasons why you might not yet have moved to the cloud. I hope I've given you some comfort that any of your migration challenges can be overcome and that Transvault and its partners are here to help you every step of the way with expert precision, perfect timing and rigorous security. It's the Transvault trademark. So get in touch and let's move together.